Welcome to another fragrance tray video. This is for the month of April. I will be going over what I used for March, if I made some dents, if I emptied the fragrances that I wanted to, and what we will be putting up for next month. So if you are interested in seeing what I have on my tray for April, please keep on watching. If you are new here, beautiful, welcome to the channel. I do hope you consider subscribing. We have lots of fun here and we smell good too. And if you are returning, hey friend, make sure you are subscribed to the channel as it does help for us to grow. And let's get right into this video. Up first is Another 13 by Le Labo. This fragrance I picked up recently. I told you guys I was at the mall with my boyfriend and we picked this up. This was filled to the brim because you know they make the fragrances, you know, right there. And like literally all the way up to here was full. Look at the dent in 1 month. In 1 month. Now I will tell you, I love layering this. This makes a fragrance project. I layered this with Guerlain, Mon Guerlain. Baby, when I tell you compliments was coming from everywhere. I was inside of Macy's because they were having a sale. And the SA was like, what are you wearing? This smells so good on you. She stopped trying to sell me some stuff to ask me what I was wearing. It was Another 13 and Mon Guerlain mixed. If you have them both, please give it a try. I promise you. Now this is good on its own. It's a skin scent. We all know that. It, you know, mixes with your body chemistry and it smells different on everyone. But baby, this is the layering goddess. I also mixed her with Green Extravaganza. Anything bright and fresh and just effervescent, she's going to make her scream and holler. Okay, so Another 13, I need to put her down because she is expensive and I done ran through a quarter of the bottle in 1 month and we can't be doing that. Okay, so Another 13 by Le Labo, beautiful scent, perfect to layer with. I move on. Up next is Erin's Rose de Grace. This is a beautiful rose fragrance. I put this on my tray just for special occasions and things like that. I want to say I maybe wore this about 2 times. I didn't reach for this much, but it is a pretty rose fragrance. I think this is good for going to church, wearing in the office. It's not offensive. You could easily wear this to brunch or just running errands. Like, it's not a super complex fragrance, but it is very, very pretty. So I didn't wear it a ton, but I do thoroughly enjoy this one. So again, this is Rose de Grace by Erin. Up next is Khadlaj's Wedding Velvet Santal. Now, I bought this when I bought the Wedding Silk Santal, and we all know she has had her flowers laid before her feet, okay? But when I tell you it is time to pass the bouquet over to this fragrance, this is so good. Like, it's the sandalwood in here is not like overpowering, and there's something almost marine and salty about it. So to me, it's easily worn by man or woman, so it smells very unisex. But I wore this probably about 5 to 6 times. If I could show you guys, I am down to here. Like, I literally was spraying this on. I was wearing this to bed. I was wearing it to run errands. It projects. It's so good. So for those that have not given this a try or have looked at reviews and, you know, people are really loving the Wedding Silk Santal, and it's beautiful. It's beautiful. I'm with everybody with giving her flowers. Try this one out though. Try it in a 10 mil. I think they have it in a 10 mil. I might be lying. I don't know. But if you can get a sample of this, please do. If your homegirl got it, if your homeboy got it, check it out because it is nice. Oh, try and spray it at Sephora. They should have it. Spray it at Sephora. It's beautiful. So at either rate, this is Khadlaj's Wedding Velvet Santal. Up next is Le Hiver. This is by Frederic Malle. This is a very, very interesting, complex, earthy, green, fresh type of scent. It's not heavy florals. It's heavy like greens. And you know, I always tell y'all I don't want to smell like I'm chopping down trees, but this is the closest thing to it. This is like I'm on a lawn, but in the very best of ways. In the very best of ways. I'm not saying I don't like this scent. I really, really do. It's, you know, clean girl aesthetic. It kind of makes me think of something that maybe might be made by a Le Labo or a Glossier type of clean girl type of scent, but with some complexion, because it does have a ton of notes. When I tell you, when I read out the notes to this one, I was like, I'm thirsty. This is just doing way too much with the notes, but it's beautiful. It's not a safe blind buy by any means. I definitely think that you have to be into this scent profile, but I want to say I wore her about two to three times this month, and I'm happy about where I'm at with this fragrance. So again, this is Le Hiver by Frederic Malle. Up next is Green Stravaganza by Valentino. You all know the love affair that I have with this fragrance. I am not a huge fan of the original, but this one and the extra dose has my whole heart, okay? This beautiful tea note in here is everything. This is so fresh. It's floral. You get the jasmine, but for me, it's not doing too much because we all know me and Jasmine, we be going round sometimes. But in here, mixed with the tea and the vanilla, spectacular. I wore her probably about 5 times. I put a good dent in her. I like to count the amount of fragrance I use by these little grooves here. So when I first started the month, I was up here. Now I'm here. I don't know how much fragrance that is. It's not a scientific calculation. I don't know, but that's how much I've used. I've used a bump, okay? So at either rate, this is Green Stravaganza by Valentino. Highly recommend. This is spectacular. Up next is L'Imperatrice by Dolce & Gabbana. This is a very watery, fresh, watermelon type of scent. It's almost like a body spray as far as projection, longevity, and all of that, but it is cute. And I wanted to empty the fragrance, and I only reached for it one time. So this is going to my daughter's collection. So hopefully she likes it. If not, it's going goodbye. So at either rate, I tried. I don't want to try anymore. I want to make space for something else that I'm loving in my collection. So again, this is L'Imperatrice by Dolce & Gabbana. Up next is Tumi's Signature. This is a part of their new releases that they have. I purchased 3 of the 4. I have this one, Renaissance, and Utopia. Whisper, I know a lot of people love. I just couldn't get with it. I don't know why. This has a prominent pomegranate note that makes this fragrance smell absolutely stunning. Now, it does not give off like a juicy pomegranate type of vibe. It's not like juvenile. This is definitely something that can be signature scent. It's definitely something you can wear into the office, running errands or whatnot. And it also smells sophisticated enough to wear on a date, wear to an important meeting, let it be your signature scent. It doesn't matter. Like, it's one of those all around fragrances that can carry you through multiple days, events, or whatever you have going on. And it has decent longevity. It has decent projection. You're going to get, I would say, about 6 to 7 hours before it becomes a complete and total skin scent. And it's also something you can wear on a plane and not offend the person next to you. So this is Signature by Tumi. Up next is Gucci Flora Gorgeous Orchid. This is my favorite out of the line. I also like the Magnolia one, but this is a vanilla, somewhat creamy, floral type of scent. I only wore this a couple of times. I don't know, I just didn't reach for this as much, but it is still a love for me. I love having this one in my collection. And so I think, yeah, maybe 2 to 3 times I actually wore this one. I was just pulling for other things. This kind of feels more warm or cold weather to me. And so as it's been heating up and we've been having hotter days, I've just kind of just been reaching for things that are a little bit more on the fresh side. So this is Gucci Flora Gorgeous Orchid. It is a tongue twister. Up next is Acro Glow. I'm going to try not to blind you guys, but this fragrance is a very warm, ambery, vanillic type of fragrance with some incense in it. And it sounds somewhat heavy, but it's not. It really, really is not. A lot of people say it smells like Spiritus Double Vanille, and I do agree. There is some similarity there. So if you're not wanting to give Guerlain, who just had a price increase on already a $400 $5 bottle. It went to $4.25 for the small one. If you're not wanting to give Guerlain that kind of money, call Acro, okay? Call Acro and say, send me one of your glows and I will take you. Now, this fragrance is also something that I like to layer with. You know what? I actually layered this with this. Ooh, it was so good with the wedding, the wedding velvet Santal. It was so good. And it just kind of smelled comforting without smelling floral or sweet or gourmand or anything like that. But it felt like a warm hug. This is Acro Glow. Up next is a new release flanker from the line of Idole by Lancome. This is called Power. This fragrance is a very big, loud, woodsy vanilla type of fragrance. I've heard people review this and say it kind of gives off a guidance vibe. And I would agree. I can see the similarities as to where they're coming from with that, similar scent profile. It doesn't give guidance, like it doesn't take you on that journey that guidance does, but I see the similarity. This fragrance, when I tell you all you need is 2 sprays, that's all you need is 2 sprays. This is big, it's loud, it's doing the most. I do enjoy the scent, but I have to be careful because I will hurt myself. I'll hurt myself, my nose, and everybody around me. The dent doesn't look that big, but I promise you I wore this about 4 times and I did not have to spray much. So if you're interested, you like big scents, you like loud scents, you like a heavy woodsy rose type of fragrance, give this one a try. This is Power from the Idole line from Lancome. All right, you guys, so we are going to get into what is going to be on my April tray. I have picked a lot of clean type of scents, a lot of green type of vanilla, some just fragrances that I feel like would carry me through the spring. I am so interested in white florals right now, so I have a lot of that on my tray. So you guys, let's get into it. Up first is going to be Eau d'Huile by Diptyque. This is a beautiful vanilla scent with a ton of green notes. There's cardamom, juniper, all of that in here. I can tell you that my juice has gotten darker since I have purchased this, and I have the EDT version. It's a lighter, it's a little more airy. I have smelled the EDP. I even recently wore it, and I know that I made the right decision for me and the way that it wears on my skin and the brightness and beautiful scent profile that I feel like pops off my skin. I prefer the EDT over EDP. So at either rate, this is going to go on my tray for, just running errands, running out of the house. It's a very easy, breezy, green vanilla type of scent. So this is Eau d'Huile by Diptyque. Up next is La Valerie by YSL. This is a part of their private line. This fragrance has a prominent fig note at the top, but it's not doing too much. It opens with fig, black currant, and a little bit of bergamot, so it's very bright and effervescent. There's geranium, rose, and there's a little bit of cashmere wood. This fragrance is very light and airy, and it just, to me, seems like a good fragrance to wear to the park if you are going to brunch. It's not your typical Zelina and things like that. It's a little bit more complex and a little interesting. So I'm happy to have this on my tray. I've had this for a little while and I'm just looking forward to spending some time with this. So this is La Valerie by the private line from YSL. Up next is Rosa Carnivora. This is by Dries Van Noten. First of all, can we just take a moment for the bottle? Let's take a moment for this bottle right here. I love Dries Van Noten's bottles, okay? The one that has the chamomile, I think it's green and something else. The other one, the one that Peace and Love is a dupe for, which is Soy Maliki. That bottle is stunning. I want the perfume for the bottle, but I'm not about to do that, okay? I'm gonna keep it together. At either rate, this is a very earthy, woodsy type of floral rose scent. This has vetiver, it has patchouli in the base. This is not a safe blind buy. This is not your typical rose fragrance. It definitely has some complexities to it. I would venture to say probably not a lot of people like this, but I do. When I smelled it, I was like, that's interesting. I smelled it at my Neiman Marcus counter, and I went home and I kept sniffing myself. I was like, I like this. This is different. It's exciting. It just kind of, had this addictive quality to it to make me want to keep coming back. So eventually I kept smelling it and smelling it and smelling it. And then I was like, you know what? Just go ahead and pick it up. Go ahead and pick it up. And that's what I did. So I've had this for a while now. I've only worn it a couple of times, which is why I'm putting it on the tray so that I can, put a pretty significant dent into her. I think the time is right. The season is changing, and this is going to be perfect for spring. So again, this is Dries Van Noten's Rosa Carnivora. Up next is Perfume by Khadlaj. We all know that this is inspired by Vanilla Powder by Matière Premiere. This is, in my opinion, a pretty decent inspired fragrance, and I just am wanting to pull for that scent profile. I do not have the original. I've smelled it several times. Something in me just never wanted to pull the trigger to purchase it, and I said, you know what, let me spend some time with the inspired fragrance. It was just like $20-$30 or something like that. I said, I can invest that instead of $300 and get my life right here. So this is Perfume White by Khadlaj. Up next is Gardenia and Cardamom by Banana Republic. This is a line that I think they used to have in the stores, and now you can really only get it online or in discounters. I picked mine up at Burlington for the cute 20. Okay, now if you buy it online, you're gonna pay 80, and I don't see the reason to do that. This is a white floral fragrance that has some warm spicy notes as well as some creaminess to it. There's some ylang in here, there's carnation, rose, there's lots of different flowers in here. This smells like a very easy reach type of white floral fragrance. It does have somewhat of an addictive quality because it smells really sweet, and it doesn't feel overwhelming. Like when you hear about a fragrance with a ton of florals in it, you're like, okay, what is this gonna do? But it's not doing the most. It's just super pretty, easy reach. And like I said in the beginning, I am pulling for white florals right now. I'm just gravitating to them. So I said, let me make sure they are heavy on the tray this month. So this is Gardenia and Cardamom by Banana Republic. Up next is this beautiful bottle from Tom Ford. This is Metallique. It's not a fragrance that you can just easily get these days. I think you can find this at cosmetic company store or just online at some, secondary third-party websites. But I love this fragrance. It is a very aldehydic, marine, floral type of scent. There's some vanilla in here. There's ambrette. And it's just something that is unexpected. Like the aldehydes in here literally make you feel like you're breathing in mineral notes. And I don't know how best to describe that, but it smells metallic almost, but it's so nice. This fragrance also gives somewhat of a powdery type of vibe, and I think that's from the heliotrope that's in here. This is something that honestly is unisex. Anybody could wear this. When I sniff this, I could easily see my boyfriend wearing this fragrance. I can wear it, whoever can wear it, okay? This is right smack dab in the middle of unisex. So get your life. If you ever see this at a discounter for a good price and you in the market, pick it up. I don't think you will be disappointed. So at either rate, this is Metallique by Tom Ford. Up next is Renaissance by Tumi. I know I had a Tumi fragrance on my tray last month, but honestly, I'm kind of liking the brand, so why not wear what I like? This fragrance opens with a black currant, and it also has narcissus in the mid with tonka in the base. The way this is blended smells like there's some sort of oud or something in here. It's very ambery or warm or spicy, something to that effect. It gives, I can wear you to the office, but on Friday, because we're going to happy hour after work, okay? It's jeans day, and I'm cute in my jeans with my white shirt, but we're going to happy hour afterwards, and I still want to smell good, okay? So it's giving I can wear you to the office, but only when I got something to do. And this fragrance, I feel like I honestly could wear this date night, and it's kind of giving unisex, just a little bit, just a touch, okay? If your guy likes a little bit of black currant, it almost smells a little boozy black currant, if you will. So at either rate, this is a Renaissance by Tumi. Up next is Amber Aura by Kendra Scott. Did you guys know Kendra Scott came out with a line of fragrances? I happened to smell them when I was at Dillard's a few months ago, and I was like, these are okay, you know, how much are they? And the lady told me they were like $120. I was like, girl, no, not for this. And then I seen it at Marshall's for $24. I said, yep, that I can pay. This fragrance is a warm ambery type of fragrance. It has a little bit of cedar in it, so it kind of gives somewhat of a spicy element to it. And this is really, to be honest, like a clean girl vibe type of scent. This is running out of the house. I just want to spray something on because I don't want to smell like nothing. You can wear this to bed. You can wear this to the office. This is something you could literally keep at the bottom of your purse just to make sure you're never without a scent. But it's pretty. It really is pretty. The performance is not that great. It's going to give you about 4 hours. But at that price, for me, at this price, I'm fine with topping her up. No problem at all. So at either rate, I do want to spend some time with her. I think she'd be great for spring. And so I'm looking forward to wearing this a little bit more. I think I'll probably wear this to bed a lot because it does give somewhat of a warm, cozy type of ambery vanilla vibe. So this is Amber Aura by Kendra Scott. Up next is Pear Jam by Net. I fell in love with this brand last year with I think it's the Vanille, and also, oh my goodness, the other one is escaping me. I will try and pop a picture up of the bottle so that I can remember. But at either rate, this is a jammy rose type of fragrance that also is giving Jolly Rancher. This is fun. This is flirty. I'm not taking things too serious, okay? There is raspberry, pear, rose water. There's white peach, like all cute little notes in this fragrance. There's also some patchouli and akigala wood, but it's not pronounced. It's not heavy. It's not loud. It doesn't really make the fragrance hang around too long. You're gonna get about 3 to 4 hours out of her. Overspray, put her on your clothes. You might get 4 to 5. To me, this is an affordable scent. I think I picked it up for I think it was under $100 at Sephora. I'll spray her. I will top her up. I don't have no problem with that, okay? This is my fun, flirty fragrance for the month. This is Pear Jam by Net. Up next is Candied Lychee by the 7 Virtues. This is also a very fun type of scent. It does give, you know, that candied type of vibe. It opens with lychee. There's peony in the mid. There's vanilla and amber in the base. This fragrance house is one that I have been exploring for a little while now. I have a lot of their scents, and I think that they're all pretty much very easy reaches. This is also a fun, fresh, flirty, somewhat tropical type of fragrance. Brunch with the girls on the rooftop, you know, you having yourself a good time, you out at the park, I don't know, maybe you running around with kids, I don't know, but this is easy reach. And I'm looking forward to spending some time with her this month. So this is Candied Lychee by the 7 Virtues. Up next is 100 Silent Ways by Nishane. I was inspired to put this on my tray by Veronica Says. She had mentioned that this is a white floral that she was reaching for. And I was like, I've never thought of this as a spring scent. I typically think of this as something to wear during the colder months. And I was like, you know what? Let me give this a try during the warmer months. Well, it's not that warm, but it's warming up. So let me see how this performs and how I'm enjoying it. You know, spring-ish, if you will. But this has a ton of white florals. There's orris in here, so it's a little bit creamy. It opens with some peach and mandarin orange, so there's a little bit of citrus and brightness to it. And I love this scent. I absolutely love this scent. I think it smells magical. There's nothing in my collection that's quite like this. So this is 100 Silent Ways by Nishane. Up next is Vanilla Skin by Fleur. This fragrance is going on the tray so that I can empty her. I have, you know, a little bit left. I would say maybe a third of the bottle left, and I just want to make some space in my closet. I do feel like after my review, this kind of smells very similar to the Vanilla Essence by Donna Karan, the new release. And so since I have a full bottle of that, I can kind of get rid of this one and then work on, you know, going through that one as well. I do want to get rid of this bottle. I'm not sure if I'll repurchase this just because of the similarity between those two fragrances, and I do feel that that is a little bit of a higher quality. That's just me and my personal opinion, but if you like this scent profile or this particular fragrance, please go forth and do. There's absolutely nothing wrong. I just don't want to have the duplicate scent profiles that are so close. So at either rate, this is Vanilla Skin by Fleur. Up next is Les Moux by Brown Girl Jane. So I have had these bottles for quite a while. This came in a set with these 1 ounce bottles, and I love this one. This is their tropical one with coconut in it. Honestly, I want to get through this bottle as well so that I can get the big one, because I don't want to be without this one. I recently did a Discovering the House of Brown Girl Jane. I will try and link that video down below, but I had a time with that video. I really enjoyed going through that sampler set, sampling all of their fragrances. There's literally something in there for everyone, from the tropical to the fruity to the gourmand to the clean girl, like literally something in there for everyone. I want to get through this so that I can take advantage of some Sephora credits that I got to purchase the big girl bottle, because these are only 1 ounce bottles. So this is Les Moux by Brown Girl Jane. Last but certainly not least, this is Poppy and Barley by Jo Malone. Now this bottle, I don't know that this bottle was ever released in the United States. I bought this when I was in Italy for my birthday. I went on a solo trip and I went by the Jo Malone store, and it only came in this size for this type of bottle. And this feels like kind of like concrete or ceramic or something like that. It's textured. I'll probably always keep the bottle, but I just want to make my way through the fragrance because I've had this for years and I don't want anything in here to turn. And I probably would replace it with a new bottle. I don't know if they've changed the formula, because when I first got this, the lady told me this was exclusive to Italy. And I don't know if that was a sales tactic or not, but it was not sold in the States. So when I got back, it was true. It wasn't sold in the States, but eventually it came, and now everybody can get it. So I do want to upgrade the bottle at some point, but this fragrance is beautiful. It also has fig. There's violet in here, and I told y'all I'm in love with violet right now. So I'm looking forward to wearing this. I probably only have about 2 wears out of her. So I'm going to put this on my tray so I can empty this. This is Poppy and Barley by Jo Malone. Alrighty, you guys. So that is my tray for April. I do hope you guys have enjoyed hearing about how I wore my March tray and transitioning to April, and I'm looking forward to spending some time with all of these fragrances, emptying the bottles that are low so that I can make some room for some new stuff. Let me know down in the comments what you've been wearing in the month of March and what you're looking forward to putting on in the month of April. I would love to continue the conversation down below. As always, make sure that you are being kind to yourself, make sure you're being kind to others, and peace and love, y'all. The world needs it. Bye.